It's hard to tell.
Yeah. Welcome, folks, to Dueling Makers, where two facilitators race against the clock to make today's project, which is Houseplants. And today we got a special showdown between our Director of Operations and our Executive Director. We have on the left here is Jonathan Bijur. You want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Jonathan. I've been at Rediscover since 2010, and I like to make stuff with cardboard. Also, I bake.
There you go. On the right here, we have Amy Bauer, our Director of Operations. You want to introduce yourself?
Yes. Hey, I'm Amy. I'm Director of Operations. You hear me on the phone and answer all my emails. And I am a seamstress and designer and love to sew every single day.
Very cool. So Rediscover Center is if you don't know, it is a creative reuse center and kids makerspace in West LA. We have a website called rediscovercenter.org where you can find out all about what we do. Right now, we're doing a whole lot of online content like maker chats. We're doing summer camps, some in person, we hope, as well as online, and tinkering together kid and parent programs for the younger kids plus their parents at home. We're also, as part of all of those camps, they are including a tinkering toolkit that has a lot of our really cool tools that we like using. So registration is open on the, and that cool tool tote, which has a mirror in it, looks like right now.
I keep adding to mine.
Okay. Yeah. So registration is open on the website. Like I said, rediscovercenter.org. Yeah, sign up now. You can also make along at home. The theme this week is houseplants, and we're using just things from around the house. If you make one at home, go ahead and take pictures and tag them #DuelingMakers so you can so we can see them. Now, would you guys like to describe your plans? Show us what you've got planned today, aside from pencil toppers.
Jonathan.
Sure. I've got a plan for bamboo inspired by this art behind me. From my grandmother, and hoping to use some cardboard tubes. If this isn't sufficient, maybe making my own cardboard tubes with lots of paperboard. I've been collecting paperboard boxes out of the recycling for the last week. I've got a lot of them, maybe more than a week, and taking leaves. And the funny part, we're going to use bamboo skewers to make a sculpture of bamboo, but the skewer part is from the big part of the bamboo, and this is going to go as the little arms on the sides. We'll see.
Cool. That was really detailed. These are my inspirations.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to make the flowers from this one, but we'll see. I'm going to be using fabric, wire, buttons, and a jar. I don't have many recyclables right now because I've been recycling. But I have a pickle jar and many other things. So I'm ready. I'm excited.
Sounds
all
good.
Right. Are we all ready to get going?
Yes.
You have until 4:30, which is 26 minutes. Ready, set, go.
Okay.
Okay.
Here's my workspace. Yes.
Let's work with paperboard to start with. Get the hot glue gun plugged in.
Oh, mine's plugged in. Hopefully I'm not.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
Though I also have this vision that I'll be able to stitch things together using the skewers and an awl in order to like hold it together just with friction and need very little glue. That is the vision.
Yes.
Sometimes that hot glue is just helpful.
That's true. I may or may not need it.
It's very cool getting to use different attachment methods. So I'm excited to see how that goes.
Yes, right now I'm working on the center of my flower.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of using,
is that mostly fabric?
Yes. And instead, I was going on about glue, but I'm using wire. I'm wrapping wire. There's a button here.
Mm-hmm.
Wrapped wire around to keep it in there. I realized I could use wire to put on everything if it works out right.
Okay. I've got this vision of making lots and lots of these leaves and being able to score the back of it down the center and then get a nice fold on that and like feeling that that looked pretty oriented towards a bamboo leaf. Now, the idea of making...
What did you use to score that, Jonathan?
So here's an awl. This comes in the tinkering toolkit that we make them here at Rediscover. Punch a couple holes in that paper board and thread it onto a bamboo.
There we go.
Cool. Yeah, we'll see. I'm going to do a couple of those and just see if it works out.
Mm-hmm.
And
sometimes those that's one of those things, because like when you build a thing, if it's it stays for right then, but sometimes it changes a little bit over time. So sometimes holes get a little bit looser and you might need to reinforce them later.
This is part of why I've got the
hot glue.
The hot glue ready to go. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And if anyone's been to Rediscover, they will recognize this company. An interior design fabric. I'm using a lot of samples. I had already cut up these samples to make other things, and I thought I should just keep using the scraps up. So I'm making petals. I have about 3 right now. I don't know how many I'm going to use.
We get those fabric samples in pretty regularly, so we always have new ones. These are from, I believe, a furniture store, right?
Correct. Yeah, they're all supposed to be
they always give us
and stuff.
Yeah, that's starting to come together a little bit. Bamboo light.
So when they update their samples, they send us their old samples, and we get to make it into flowers.
All sorts
and
of
such.
stuff. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool, Amy.
Thanks.
That would be fun as a propeller as well.
It did look like a propeller. Oops. My hot glue is dripping already. Okay. And also, just to make this more fun today, I'm using my glitter hot glues sticks.
Ooh.
Yeah. I don't use them all the time, just when I don't mind it being seen.
Yeah. Hot glue.
Also, the interior design samples, you could use either side. I don't know which side they're going to use, but this is the side I'm using.
Well, at least that way, if you look at it from the other side, you can have it at any angle, and it'll still be colorful from the opposite side.
That's true.
Right. The problem, a little bit of a problem here, is the pattern on the back is less than attractive. So this is going to be like a facing forward kind of sculpture, but we'll go there for now. I did find this awesome plastic tablecloth, which I didn't have a lot of green things in my house, so that might get involved, but I don't really have a plan for how to use that yet. So that's just going off to the side for now. Let's get the basic structure going.
Another good way to add color, especially if you don't have fabric scraps or a giant tablecloth for making things at home, you can always use, you always get those advertisements, all those mailers and random kind of junk mail magazines in the mail. And those frequently have a lot of colors. So you can cut those out and kind of do a collage with them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was going to do paper, because that's my other medium I use a lot. Mm-hmm. But I decided to go with fabric because I'm surrounded by it.
Well, you do a lot of work in fabric. You're pretty comfortable with all of that.
Yeah, I know how it's going to itself.
Yeah.
How to manipulate it.
Yeah. Do you have awesome fabric shears that you like?
I do, and I'm not using them right now. These are just my crafting ones that are just I have more scissors than anyone should, unless you sew.
I started counting up my scissors. Yeah, there's a lot going on in this house.
That's true. Most of mine are sewing and embroideries. So. And they only get used for those.
So these are my excellent shears.
Oh, they're kind of
similar to mine. Birthday present a couple years ago.
Guess who's left-handed, folks?
Ha!
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that one's not on as well. Let's try to
Lefties are good for left-handed folks. Do you like ambidextrous scissors as well? Do those work okay for you?
I've never heard of an ambidextrous scissors.
They make them.
Well, yeah. Ones that just don't have they're not molded to be a particular, like, Amy, aren't your scissors?
No. I
They
mean,
don't
there's
have, mine are right-handed.
here. I should be working, but
Yeah.
here's regular scissors. Here's left-handed scissors. And the blades themselves are oriented in opposite directions. Yes, these left-handed scissors, the special ones have the like real thumb hold for it. But even if you didn't have that, there is a handedness to scissors.
We learn something new every day.
Something new every day. Okay,
I just moved from whatever gauge this is, 26 gauge wire to 14. I'm going to use 14 for the stem, I think. Let's see how deep I want my
Okay, I have this vision. Is this vision going to work at all? That I can somehow get my bamboo segments made out of toilet paper tube and paper towel tube on an angle and held together just with...
Can you hold it down so we can see your angle?
Sorry, so this has just got a little bit of an angle, and it has a hole that I want to match up with the hole on the larger tube so that I can hold these together, again, with this vision of mine of minimal glue, kind of a cardboard, is it katagami? It's like origami, but you're allowed to cut things. Okay, so that's not...
yes.
But you know what, let's see. Let's try putting that hole a little farther up and then another hole the other direction and seal these in with two separate, I love this all, with two separate bamboo pieces.
Is that one of the alls from the kit that you're using?
This is. It was an earlier model in the prototyping. It's working pretty well.
20 minutes left.
Barb's trying to scare us.
Basically the same as before, as the one that you would get in the kit. Yeah.
Oh, cool. So I have twisted my 14 gauge wire.
Oh, come on.
Folded it in half, twisted it, left 2 loops at the top.
Oh my gosh, that's adorable.
So for this loop, I'm putting the back end of the flower in here. Flower 1. What do I call this? Flower and petals. And I'm trying to...
Does that look like bamboo?
Squish it in.
That could be bamboo.
It's not bad.
So there's one so far.
Very nice.
It's a little crazy looking.
Ooh,
this
crazier the better. For those at home who don't, for those at home who don't know, where Amy's talking about different gauges of wire that talks about like how thick they are, and interestingly enough, the higher the number, the thinner the wire.
It's because that's how many times you had to pull it through the wire making machine. Each time you pull it through, you get to go through an additional hole.
Thinner and thinner.
Oh no.
Oh, Jonathan, that didn't sound
What did we learn?
We learned if you don't keep an eye on every part of your cardboard, the part you're not looking for might rip away through its hole.
Ah.
So let's...
Well, you can fix it.
I can fix... Can we fix it? Yes, we can. We just need a little tape.
There you go. The other cool thing about Amy using fabric is we haven't had a lot of people using fabric or this much wire yet in our dueling makers, and Amy is a really good person to be showing us that.
Even when I'm going fast.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like I need to go a little faster. Go just a little bit faster.
Well, that's the only reason I'm using the hot glue, so I could go
about
fast.
15 minutes left.
Okay.
Ah, Barb.
That's doable. I do want the... So one of the things I find about tape is it's great for prototypes that I want it to work the right way. But if I'm not careful, it doesn't look like what I want. But with a little bit of forethought, like maybe this tape now is going to be part of the node of the bamboo and kind of add to the look of it.
That's cool.
At which point I should probably add matching decorative tape on the other section of the bamboo.
It's funny because I just looked at the screen and I'm like, that's what I look like all the time, just my hands in fabric.
Right.
My daily look.
You don't realize every time Amy is emailing you or talking to you on the phone,
He's actually sewing something.
she actually has 4 hands, and the other 2 are doing things with fabric.
I'm sorry.
Okay,
Yes.
so that goes in there.
Actually, I probably have been digging through the fabric while on the phone. That one is true.
Multitasking.
And then
Drooling over fabric. Okay.
okay, precision, get it right the first time or second time.
I'm gonna try to put this flower.
Measure once, cut twice.
Measure.
They're on the same stem.
Yes.
Very
They don't
cool.
have to be, but I just thought. And then this one, I'm just going to squish down. The other one, I tried twisting.
Mhm.
And then I can
Hold it so we
step
can
with
see.
it. I was laughing at them because they were right next to each other. But
Okay.
Oh, that's super cool.
okay,
Let's
so
see.
now I have to work on
Powerful.
my
node.
flower.
You know what? That node's looking pretty solid. I'm going to make some more leaves. When in
I
doubt,
don't know if I can separate this.
let's try.
Yeah, everybody at home, if you
a
are
little more
making this,
mass
you don't have to, do the time limit.
No.
But it is always good when you are doing something like this to think about what the most important things are and start with those. And then if you have more time, then you can add more to it. Sometimes, you have limited time. You got to go do something. You're under the clock for a live stream video.
For this particular show, now I was given the instruction, don't practice beforehand. Do some planning, get your materials already, but don't fully practice the activity, because I find that it's much easier the second time and faster. So there's a lot of hoping that this goes right the first time with this, but also knowing that just got to stay flexible, keep moving forward, keep it simple. I did try to plan where I should be able to finish this in 10 minutes and then expect it will take all of the time and then some to make what I want, because things will go wrong and I'll think of new things along the way. That one, no, that's good.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of showing things not going right the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes, often the videos or tutorials or whatever that you see online about a project, they just show you how it worked. They don't show you how it didn't work.
Yep.
And if you're trying to make your own, you're going to discover all of the how it didn't works.
Right. Well, and that is totally okay, right? Don't expect it to work the first time when you're doing it yourself, and it's not going to work out just like one of those beautiful, highly edited tutorials for most people, even after you've worked for 6 hours on it and tried and gotten it all together. It's going to be yours. And they've probably done like 6 that they haven't shown you at all. In addition to speeding up 4 hours worth of making into a 3-minute video. We do that too sometimes.
And additionally, most of the time they've been doing it for a long time, so they know how to make it look all pretty.
Yeah.
So what are you doing with your jar there, Amy?
Excuse me, I'm decorating the label instead of trying to take it off. Where my pickle jar label was. I have a gazillion scraps of felt, craft felt, from making witches' hats every Halloween for like 6 years. So I save all my scraps from sewing.
You have a yellow witch's hat?
I have a lot of I have purple, black, every color. Why not?
Excellent. I have no idea. Oh, no reason why not.
Yeah.
Because is the answer.
Mhm.
Because why not?
Yes. So this is kind of an abstract 60s art design I'm going for here.
There we go.
FYI, 10
no.
minutes left.
Ah,
10
okay.
minutes.
That's okay. I think
Yeah.
that's doable.
Now I feel good about 10 minutes.
Okay.
Oh,
So
I did have one thing I wanted to add.
I had this vision that if I take the 2 holes that I punch into one of these leaves and put them on an angle, then that's how it holds on to the bamboo, which, looking at the picture of bamboo back there, they all come off at different angles from these side sticks. So I'm a little pleased that that's working out.
So I'm taking
Like what I wanted.
Being too precise is not great.
Pictures of flies. Why are flies on a piece of fabric? I don't know. But I thought, well, that would be very fit my theme of flowers.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But this is a very thick one, so I have to use the hot glue.
Where's my awl? Here's my awl. Oh, I got to make sure to
Yes.
fold all of
Always
these.
good to know what material and attachment technique is going to work best for you.
Oh yeah, this wouldn't have stayed at all with the little glue stick.
Actually,
I
the two
also-
of you are doing both entirely different attachment methods.
Mhm.
There are,
You can tell we didn't consult.
like, Jonathan has skewers and no, I love it. I love getting to show these things. So skewers and holes and tape, and Amy's using wire and glue stick and hot glue.
I thought you were going to sew.
I was too. I don't.
You thought
think
about
I
it?
don't- I have needle and thread near me.
Still ready to go? Yeah.
Still ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a gazillion buttons because I was like, maybe I'll make a bunch of flowers. But I was like, no, this is what I came up with. This will be easier.
Mm-hmm.
Time frame is what I was thinking about.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
As I am getting these 2 holes lined up along the backbone of each of these little leaves, it's kind of amazing how little I need to get that off center to really give it some liveliness leading up and down. Okay.
Mm. Very cool.
Let's see how this is looking. Do I want the same way? Different direction? Probably going to want multiple coming out of the same. Ooh. How much time do we have?
That's a good question.
Let's see, about 7 minutes left.
Okay. Also in the tinkering toolkit, wire snips. Not just good for wire, but for other hard media, though you got to make sure it's going to snap and go flying in the direction you want it to go flying. Like,
Oh, yeah,
not
that's
over
And
your
or
eye.
wear goggles.
And you have glasses already, so
I do, which is a good start.
Eye protection. Eye
Okay.
Yeah.
protection is a
Not
good
perfect, but good start.
thing. Mm-hmm.
Looking
Oh.
bamboo-y.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get another segment on there.
ooh, my hot glue gun popped. Means it's hot.
Indeed.
Oh,
They don't normally have them on this long at home.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I haven't used it at all.
So I'm
Hot
using
glue is
clovers.
awesome. It's just always one of those things you got to be paying attention to make sure it gets turned off.
Yes.
Oh yeah, totally.
Is your soil fabric scraps, Amy?
My soil is fabrics. Well, actually, upper layers are fabric scraps. The bottom here,
Ah,
which I was pretending is the soil,
mm,
is twine.
nice. Yeah, you could kind of put whatever in there.
Yeah, totally.
You could crumple up recycled papers and
And pretty much every single thing except the wire and the hot glue and the glue is from a different project.
wow.
I like how we both have matching mats to work on.
Yeah,
Cutting mats.
we didn't even plan that.
No, I don't get mine out all that much. I had it from graphic design back in college, where we did all this precision cutting, like getting your papers to line up just right. Okay, how's that? Needs to be bigger.
Yeah, I had a bunch of them. But this is the only one I have now.
Minutes.
Ah,
Just
5 minutes.
5 minutes left. Only 5. Oh no.
5 minutes. I'm good. I think. I just have a couple more parts to cover.
Okay.
So Amy, so then basically this is from a whole bunch of different projects. This is like
here's what's done.
fabric houseplant casserole.
Yes. I could have just put in some yarn bomb stuff too. It would have been perfect.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, that's great.
You are an excellent yarn bomber.
Thank you.
Now, what is that top from, Jonathan? Is that a tennis ball tube or?
Oh, this is bigger diameter than that. I think it's some kind of food lid. I've got a whole collection of lids. It's plastic, so okay, here we go. It's nice and flexible. It's that number 4 plastic, so one of the softer ones among what you'd find in your recycling bin. Very easy to cut, and I'm just fitting that into. I had this segment of big cardboard tube available to me. I found it in one of the bins of things that we collect around the house here, and fit beautifully for this particular lid. And then cut an X into that lid, which gives a good grip to hold on to the base of my tube. And now I suppose I could say hello. Hello.
Hello.
Because my sculpture is getting high enough that I can.
What else are you going to add to this now?
Really show. So I have dreams. I'm happy with what I've got, and would think that strengthening it up is good, and have a third segment in mind up here. And
I just added a goose. Can you see
something of the question of, will it be
look at that.
dangerous to add that, because
It has
with the
lines
glue and even with the good connections, it is somewhat precarious, I imagine. And so like punching holes in this is going to be risky. But, you know, risk nothing, gain nothing.
Yes, that's what they say. So mine also has hidden things. There's a strawberry on here.
Uh-huh.
It's interesting when you're making witches' hats, at least the way I do it. You get what looks
All
like
the strawberries
a little,
that you use?
No, the strawberry. I went off topic because that's the way I talk. Oh, you get a bunch of these. Hold on.
Yes,
it looks like a little person already.
Where's our time? Where's our time?
We are 2 minutes to go. Sometimes I'll let us go a little bit over, but you guys are pretty close.
Yeah.
I mean, Jonathan's trying to. You could probably go on for quite some time.
Absolutely.
For all night. Yes.
In fact, you know, these folks might. For most of our past Dueling Makers projects, people have put some finishing touches on them before sending pictures over.
Yes. So after the episode, everything will go up on Dueling Makers. So rediscovercenter.org/Dueling Makers.
Dueling Makers.
We've got our previous episodes there. And
you can see all of those. You can see what people have made in the past and some finishing shots of what they all look like. Not in live stream format, but higher quality.
And that'd be a place where we could post some of the audience participation ones as those come in.
That would be fabulous. Yeah. Guess
So,
what?
If anyone's
1 minute.
No. I'm just trimming away some extra thread.
Yeah, this one's just going to be hot glue.
That happens.
Hot glue happens.
Hot glue happens. Okay, let me get my fabric pile out of my way. Okay.
It's worth mentioning when you're trying to work quickly,
efficiently,
but not recklessly.
Don't.
Yeah, I may have done a reckless move there with the hot glue gun. Please ignore that. If you didn't notice, then I didn't do anything.
Almost every time I have injured myself, and fortunately never too bad, it's because I was rushing and not paying attention.
Yeah.
Oh, I was totally paying attention, but I had such a tiny piece of fabric, this one right here, this little blue piece, that I just touched the tip. I didn't touch it. I put it on the tip, and then I tried to pull it off while it was next to the tip. Now, I would recommend you use a pencil or something to push it. But I was going fast.
Or if you're a young person working with dexterity that's still developing, gloves are also really good.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gloves and a stick of some kind. That way you still
pliers.
Pliers are good. But I'm thinking this is my designated. There's hot glue on it from previous projects.
It's a very long minute that we're doing right here. Maybe time just to slow down for me.
I stretch. Time is a little bit variable. Hey, that looks pretty good. All right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Did I count right? 4.
You're good. I can't do it.
1. Time.
Yay!
Time is up.
Nice.
All right. Shall we share what we've made? Who wants to go first?
Go for it, Amy. I want to see it.
Flowers.
Oh, beautiful. Awesome.
Double
So lovely.
Decorated vase. Notice I only covered the label, so this part is still open. You can see all the
so you can see what's inside.
Yes.
Very colorful.
And then I didn't, I could make more and cover this part, but they still look good in the back, I think.
Great.
Hey, Jonathan.
And I've got bamboo, very cardboardy.
It all looks very colorful. This is going to match your decor nicely.
It does. It matches me.
You do have a lot of color going on. I have no color whatsoever. So there is some hidden color on the back.
Oh, nice.
So this bamboo perhaps has not been watered in a while, and the leaves have turned brown. But it stands up nicely and kind of really evokes that swaying in the breeze, gentle knocking noises, peaceful bamboo.
Oh, yeah, we should meditate now.
Very cool. Everybody meditate. Put on some
follow the bamboo.
Or I could put googly eyes on it. Everything's approved by googly eyes.
Everything's better with googly eyes.
Oh, you've got them ready. Mine are ready.
I have a million things ready that I didn't get to at all. But it's all right. It's all good.
Yeah. Always good to, well, you don't want to hoard, but you can gather a lot of really cool stuff that you can use for your projects.
Yeah, the paperboard and cardboard was super easy to collect. I just stuck it under the couch and didn't even notice the pile until when I got it out. It was like 25 boxes, which of course I'd only used one of in this project, which is kind of funny.
For this,
yeah, they'll go back right under the couch and no one's the wiser.
Yeah, if anyone's following me on Instagram, they saw pictures of my cat inspecting all my supplies that are all over the floor around me.
What is your Instagram, Amy? What is your
Bauer
Instagram?
Designs.
Amy Bauer Designs.
Yes.
Wait, designs plural?
Designs with an S.
Designs with an S. Amy Bauer Designs.
Yes.
On Instagram. All right. So remember to, if you visit rediscovercenter.org, you can find more resources about making a home. We've got a bunch of activity guides and videos, including these ones. You can check out the other dueling makers and join us next week for yet another one where we'll have two more people from Rediscover making some pretty cool stuff. Awesome.
Same time.
Thanks for tuning in, folks.
PST.
4 o'clock Wednesday.
Pacific time. For those tuning in from other time zones. You never know.
All right. Thanks for joining us. Have a great day.
You too. Bye.